On March 27th, 2020, after 7 years, 5 seasons, 1 movie, and an epilogue miniseries, Steven Universe ended. Throughout its runtime, it appealed to people of all ages and backgrounds: kids, passive watchers, over-enthusiastic fans like me. And although there's plenty to say about Steven Universe from a critical point of view, for this video I'm just going to celebrate it. So less about the plot, more about the impact this series as a whole has had on my life. I'll keep things spoiler-free too for those who haven't watched or completed it yet. It's hard for me to name one particular aspect of Steven Universe as quote-unquote the best. I've found things to love in the laid-back slice-of-life episodes just as much as in the hard-hitting, action-focused episodes. The characters are diverse in their personalities, identities, and body types, which inspired me to actively look for and include representation in the stories I read or write. I learned, without realizing at first, how meaningful it was to see myself in a fictional character. The songs in Steven Universe also mean a lot to me because Rebecca Sugar and I have pretty much matching taste in music. Everything about the show's soundtrack makes my theater kid turned jazz pianist self very happy. I have a soft spot in my heart for musicals, especially musicals where crucial details about the story or protagonists are sung rather than spoken. Well, okay, that's all musicals, but what I mean is the songs are written in a way that allows viewers to speculate. We aren't just told things outright most of the time, we're encouraged to fill in the blanks. No lines in the song or expressions by the characters are wasted, which may sound obvious, but for a series that's written mainly for children without treating them like they're stupid, I find it impressive. Steven Universe was the first cartoon I watched that made a serious attempt at addressing both positive and negative mental health, and that's a huge part of why it's my favorite animated series. As I mentioned, I see myself in a lot of the show's characters, and because those characters are dynamic, developing as the plot progresses, their struggles have caused me to reflect on my own. For example, Amethyst, who is insecure about herself and her origins, and feels lost without someone giving her a purpose. Or Spinel, who has a fear of betrayal after someone she trusted mistreated her. Her literal first experience with friendship was a toxic one, so of course she'd be paranoid around Steven, who believes firmly in trust and friendship. Another example is the song Here Comes a Thought. I have a problem of laying awake through the night, upset about the past, or anxious about the future, so when I first heard it, I, well, teared up. The lyrics are so on the nose when it comes to the problem, but they also provide an answer. It's okay to be sad or worried sometimes, but you are not your thoughts. You're not a worse person for feeling down, and you can change.
I used to live my life in fear of the terrible performances that brought me here. But I'm looking forward,
It's kind of like I've grown up alongside the characters in Steven Universe, not only in age, but emotionally as well. Obviously, there are lessons that come from real-life experiences, but it frustrates me how little fiction is credited for impacting who we are as people and how we think. For me to point at a show and say, "This is my favorite show," it's because I feel a connection to it. Not in the way that would mean joining Twitter battles about how flawed Steven Universe is, although I'll admit I'm blind to most of its flaws since to me, the life-changing outweighs the disappointing. But yeah, I hope I've convinced you to watch Steven Universe if you haven't already, so you can join me in crying that it's over. A huge thank you to Link and Otaku Mav for collabing with me to make the background music you've been listening to this whole time. I've uploaded a separate tribute video where all 5 songs can be heard in full, linked in the description along with both of their channels, which I violently recommend. That's all from me, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.